You can just state like your tag and like how long you've been playing for like YouTube if you want.
Tag is SRM 13, and I've been playing since November.
Okay. Like how do you feel about the matchup? Like just as like a baseline.
Well, so it was because at first when I started playing, like just grinding on unranked and practicing on my own, this wasn't like a problem matchup for me. I usually beat like every Fox that I would like play with. It was always Falco that I was struggling with. But since then, since like getting better and matching with like notable players on unranked, just because sometimes I'll go on streaks of like, I think I won like 20 games in a row one time, just one duns. But since then, just fighting people who are much better at the matchup than I am, this is a real problem. And it sucks too with this one because this was like 10:30 at night with this set, so I was so tired.
Yeah. Like what's your like goal like when you play this matchup? Like what are you looking for?
I mean, realistically, I'm just looking for up throw rest and just edge guards, because I know like some other like rest confirms. I've practiced jab reset rest a bunch recently, so I've been doing that more. Up tilt rest, up air rest. My tech chase reaction time's a little slow. It also depends on the time of day. Like if I'm up, I've been playing for a couple hours, and I'm like in the mood and ready and well rested. My reaction time's pretty decent for tech chase reactions, but for the most part in this matchup, especially with like turning nerves, it's always just I'm looking for up throw rest, a lot of grabs, and then just options to edge guard. I don't have a great idea of how to play the neutral of this matchup.
Okay. So like what Foxes do you like play now, and like how much like time do you spend like playing this matchup?
I mean, technically I play this matchup a lot, but my friend who plays Fox doesn't like. He's an ultimate player. He only plays melee when he plays with me. So he knows the matchup just from Fox's perspective, but I'm a lot better than him at the game, so I usually beat him. So it's more just playing friendlies with him because I know him as a player versus his character.
Okay. So this is game one, right? Like, I'm just making sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I don't think that Stadium is like the best starter in this matchup. I think that's like Puff's like second worst stage. Like, FD and Pokemon are really bad in general. So I wouldn't really try and strike here. I would definitely try and go Battlefield or Fountain. Game one, usually Fox will be the one that decides like which one you go to, but it doesn't really matter that much like in terms of stages. It's not like the worst thing to be starting on Stadium, but it's like definitely not like the best, if that makes sense. But let's start watching the game now. It's like I've turned down the volume a little bit. It's pretty loud. Alright. So like I'll just start like watching a minute and I'll just like tell you what I think, and then we'll get back to the beginning because I already have like some notes I want to talk about, but I just want like you to look at the game for a second, and then I'll start like talking about what I just noticed. Alright, I think that's good. So like what I noticed like directly off the bat was like you don't short hop like at all. Like I think like if we get to the game that I saw, but like you short hop like I think one time throughout the entire like 3 games, which is like not that great in this matchup. Like you said you're pretty good against Falcon, which makes sense because in that matchup you want to be like full hopping a lot because like your full hop's really good at just like covering a lot of like Falcon's approaches, and like the only time you really need a short hop in that matchup is like short hop fastball grab or up airs, because you can catch his jump with a short hop up air as well. But like I just noticed you just did so many full hops here, and like this is like doesn't really make like that much sense in like the grand scheme of things, because like the only thing this is like doing is like just catching a jump, and then you like, let's say he gets hit by it, and then you're like, that's all you did. Like the reason why like full hop isn't that great in this matchup because like when you full hop, like get a better example. Let's see. Right? Like, okay. Try and go frame by frame. Okay. You do really fast aerials, so it's really hard to do this. It's slippy. You see how like long, like you were in, like you started your jump like a few seconds ago, and he's like just chilling in the corner. Like he's never getting hit by this. Like a lot of your full hops intentionals, like that I feel are like just to catch jumps, but like as you'll see like later in the set, he's not really jumping. Like he's just dash dancing. Like what are you doing over here? You're kind of just like doing like back air, fair, and just like kind of like hoping he jumps, which is like, I think it's okay to do that, but usually when you're gonna like go for a jump read in this matchup, it's like it's often up air, because then you can get like up air rest, up air grab, like up air tech chase, stuff like that. Like generally I think full hop isn't that great, because when you full hop you just like don't have any threats until about like way later in the jump, whereas when you short hop you instantly have like all your threats like all like right away, if that makes sense. Like you have to take time to full hop, whereas like short hop is really fast and you can just do like anything out of it. And like full hop is just mainly good like when you have a lot of setup, but even then I don't think that full hopping is like the way to play this matchup. You should full hop in some scenarios, but overall like that shouldn't be your main focus. Like I can just start talking about the percents, because I feel like that was another thing I was looking at when I was reading. It'll come up a little bit, but in terms of like literally like this percent, like it's like 0-0. So right now like you aren't scared of anything. Like nothing is gonna kill you. Like you know that for sure, right? And then like the thing is though, you can kill Fox essentially at 0, because you can do like up throw, up air, re-grab, up throw, rest, or like up throw, tech chase, rest, or like back throw, edge guard, or like forward throw, edge guard, down throw, edge guard, like stuff like that. Like Fox is like supposed to be scared like almost at all times versus Puff, whereas like Puff is not scared of this percent. And like doing these kinds of like forward airs aren't really getting you anything, when like this only catches a jump, and then like what's gonna happen, he doesn't get knocked down until 35%. So like the best case scenario that happens is he jumps, he gets hit by a forward air, and he maybe dashes in and you forward air again and you're landing, which is what you'd like to do a lot, but he didn't do it right here. But he just takes space on your full hop. That's literally what he does. Whenever you full hop, you just let Fox take space on you, and then that's like what Fox wants, because he was in the corner there. He was scared. Like he was like dash dancing, hoping that like you did that full hop, because like that's the only way he really escapes the corner for free, if that makes sense. Like when you full hop, you give him enough time to like escape the corner, but when you short hop in this exact spot, like then you have so many more threats available to you. Like you can short hop here, and like literally not even, you don't have to do anything here. You can just short hop. Let me go back to when he was in the corner. Yeah, let's say right here you do a short hop and you just do an empty land, and Fox is in the corner, and like he has to like do something. He's scared of you right here, because he knows that like he could literally just get like, you can wave dash grab, you can like tomahawk grab, and he could just die. So like right here, like Fox has to choose like a few options here, but when you do a short hop, then you're threatening so much more, because you can do like really fast options. Like you can do fast fall, like grab the dash, you can back air him if he's going to sit still, and then he's going to jump, and then you can up air him. It's not going to do that much to the percent because it doesn't knock down at 0. But like, yeah, I think like overall, like playing like the percent game is really important in this matchup, like more so than most of the Puffs matchups, because like what you do drastically changes when the percent happens. But that's like mostly the low percent game, where you have to like short hop, and then like you can take space when he dashes away, or you can take space on lasers, and then you get closer to him, and then he has to basically do like some kind of panic option when he gets in the corner, and then you have to read the panic option with like whatever the best option is. Like if he's jumping, you want to up air. If he's dashing, you want to grab. If he's sitting in the corner, you just want to back air. And then if he goes even further, you can just like pound or something. So essentially a lot of the matchup boils down to percents, but yeah, let's keep watching more. Okay, yeah, again, he's just chilling here. Like this is kind of just like true neutral here. Like I think there's a few things you could do like right here. You could have like gotta jump to the platform and sat up there, because right now there's like nothing that's like really happening, and like you could just like sit on the platform and like threaten Waveland off back air, Waveland off pound, which are really important mix-ups, which I didn't really see you do that much in the set. But like if you don't know, if you've never seen like a Hungry Box set, like and like thought about it, like he does a lot of his mix-ups on Fox with the Wavelands and shield drops here, because that lets you get like a really large threat range. Like right here, let's assume you're just jumping right here, and let's assume you're on the platform. You can back air and you go all the way this way, and then you can back air and go all the way this way. You can do Waveland off and you go this way, and then you hit this back air range. You can do the same thing with pounds, and then you can just empty land, and then like Fox tries to dash in because he thinks you're gonna like do like a back air or a pound, and you just grab him. Like there's so many mix-ups here, but like right now it's just kind of just neutral, like, but that's fine. Okay, so you land this backer, he shields, and like he's like obviously not that good, like good enough to like punish you for this, but I think you actually missed your L cancel there. So I noticed that too. You like missed like a good amount of L cancels during this. I don't know if you like looked at that. I don't know. I can look at the percents, not the percents, like the amount of missed L cancels. Let's see. Yeah. 42% L cancels in this game, so that's like not the best. I think that needs to be like, ideally you want to have L cancels like at least like 95%, like with Puff. Like I think that's really important, so I would definitely grind that in just Uncle Punch or whatever. It doesn't really matter what you grind it in, but I think Uncle Punch is the best if you aren't using that already.
Yeah,
but,
well
yeah, you can go.
I was just gonna say my like usual warm-up routine, if I'm not specifically practicing anything, is like probably 20 minutes with the moving barrel, and then I'll throw the Uncle Punch like L cancel thing. You can set the target.
Oh yeah.
And then I just set it to the moving barrel, and then I'll throw the wave dash information on, so I can kind of practice both at once.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, I think I just did a lesson on like solo practice, but you can obviously watch that. But I would definitely recommend practicing a bit harder, because 42% isn't that great for sure. Because you like definitely like were fine there, because the Fox like couldn't hit you at that percent, like in terms of like he just wasn't that good, and he's like moving out of shield, and you could have definitely acted on that a little bit sooner, like could have tomahawk grabbed or something, because he was scared of you. Like again, like this is like basically the same situation as like the beginning. Like you just like full hop fair here, and like he's just running away. Like he could have actually just hit you there, because he like should have been able to react, but he just like, I don't know, he's like just doing lasers backwards. I don't know what his like true intention there was, maybe. But like if that was a really good Fox, he would have just like saw you doing a full hop and just been like, oh, nair, and then before you touch the ground you're getting hit by nair, and then you can actually just get true comboed into like an up smash or a grab, and then you're just dead. But yeah, so it's like a lot of this is like literally on short hops. Like this is like probably the biggest thing. Like if you could just do one thing differently, it's like literally just short hop. I think it's just would change your entire game. But I'll keep going. At this percent, it's a little bit different than at 0, because now you have up air, because up air knocks down at 17%. So like the fact that he's doing these like full hop like nairs, and like he does like some double jumps out of shield and stuff like that, then he can start going for up air, which you haven't gone for like any. You've gone for like mostly as fair and back air. Yeah, one thing I was noticing like a lot is you do these kinds of like hard commits, like forward smash and like up smash a lot at like weird percents. Like there's really no reason to forward smash Fox at 24, because even if like the best thing that happens to you is like he gets forward smashed, he's just sliding off on the ground, and then he's teching the ledge or something, and then he's just living. Like he's fine. Like he'll just be able to get out of the lag, and then he'll be back on stage, and you'll just be back in neutral again. So like best case scenario. F
smash and pound are kind of like panic habits.
The thing with pound, yeah, I didn't discuss pound yet, but the pound is really good, but it's something you have to do in moderation. Like I was talking about with the Waveland mix-ups, like you can do the pound, like when you do back, like a Waveland or a shield drop back or off the platform to catch like Fox like dashing in, or catching Fox like jumping or something, or sitting on the platform, or sitting in the corner or something. Not necessarily sitting in the corner. That's when you want to be able to get closer to him and try and hit him with a mix-up. But when you do back air, Fox will dash away and try and like whiff punish you, and that's like his main way to deal with it. Or like that's his main way to deal with back air, essentially like a wave land or a shield drop. But like pound, like will reach a little bit further than the back air, so it's like a mix-up. So essentially, like when you condition Fox with wave land back air or shield drop back air here, then he's gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna dash away at this exact range so I can whiff punish him really fast. But then he's like, but then you do a pound, and then he's gonna get hit by that because he's dashing to punish the back air. But then, like, it's level 3 essentially. He's like, oh, he's gonna do the pound this time. He's gonna like dash back even further to whiff punish the pound. So like, then you'd want to be like empty landing, if that makes sense. So like, pound is really good because at I think it's 4%, it knocks down Fox. And the reason why pound's good is because like, it's good in moderation because it just gets you a free knockdown with none of your other moves knocked down. Nothing knocks down at 4% besides pound. Like, the earliest you get like a move that's really good to knock down with is 17 with up air. So like, once you get one, like ideally in this matchup, like if everything goes perfect for you, you get like one back air or like a nair or something. Then you can just do a pound. Like, you can sometimes do like level 1 pounds where you just like, you're in place or something. You're not even on the platform. Like, I think that doing a pound when you're not on the platform is pretty bad unless you're like recovering or something, because it's like kind of just cheese. Like, because it should be like a reactionable thing if they're on the ground, because like, just like the way that like Puff is, like you're not gonna be able to do like a really good pound on the ground, whereas like this is like really fast. You just wave land off or shield drop. It's like harder to like punish for sure. So like when you do like a short hop pound on the ground, it's like just mostly cheese. But I would say these pounds are like really good to have. If you aren't doing them, it's like you're missing out on potential like knockdowns, and like obviously a knockdown is going to lead to a kill eventually. Like if they miss the tech, you can jab rest like you were saying, and then like, or you can like tech chase sometimes and then get like a rest or a grab, and then like sometimes they just do the worst die ever and they're off stage and you just kill them that way. But yeah, pound's really good. Right now it's still pretty good. It's not the best. Oh, this is something that's gonna combo a lot. I'll just like talk about it now. Right here, you pound so much out of the corner. Like this is something that's like, I remember I would do a lot when I was like a new Puff, and like I didn't really know that this is bad. I don't think anyone like talks about how this is bad, but I heard like on commentary once, I was like, yeah, Dawson's pretty good, but he just like pounds from the ledge and like from the corner all the time. I was like, oh. Because like you're thinking like, oh well, if I pound him, he's gonna go flying off stage and then he has to recover and that could kill him. But the problem is like,
that's the exact thought process.
But like, yeah, the thing is, Fox isn't really gonna challenge you here. Like he's gonna like wait for you to do something, because he can sit and shield. He can like, he really should be like right here ideally, so he can shield drop back or this, or he should be on the ground. Like I think either of these two spots are like perfect for Fox, because like it's just so reactionable that like there's like, it's so easy, because like you could just like do like a backer and then just follow the ledge and just you're safe, because Fox isn't gonna challenge you right here, because he's so scared of just like trying to go for like let's say he goes for like up air read right here, and you just do like, oh, I'm just gonna fall down, I'm gonna upper you, and then you're literally dead. I just do double jump up, double jump rest, and then you're just dead. But like when you do this pound, like this is like not hitting anything besides dash and try and hope he shine spikes you. Like this is like the only thing it hits. Like it's like run off the platform, which is just like Foxes should never do. Like a good Fox will never just run off the platform here and try and like nair you. Or it hits like dashing all the way here and trying to shine spike you here, which doesn't really make sense either, unless you're like right here. Like if you're like off screen and like on diagonal ledge, it kind of makes more sense to pound, but pound is like really gimmicky here. It's like not really that good. Like that, these are the bad pounds, like you lose to. It's not like the good pounds, like the waveland or the shield drops. But this that'll come up a lot, so I just wanted to say it now before it came up. All right, now that he's at 43, it's like fine to do these fairs. I don't think that fair is like the best move, but like, I think backer's better because you can do like auto cancels and like, well, you can do fair auto cancels too, but it's a little bit different. But yeah, you can do I think back air is just generally better. See, like how this is just better here, because like if you pounded here, he would have hit you with the up smash, but he actually just messed up here. He can't crouch cancel the pound at that percent. But if he just saw you getting off ledge, he could have just shielded and then up smash out of shield and you were dead.
Yeah.
But it obviously works out because you get the kill. For edge guarding, your actually edge guards are pretty good. Like for the most part, like I don't think he missed that many, which is like pretty crazy because I think that's not like an easy thing to learn in this matchup. But like right here, I would either just like, you can either just drop zone fair as soon as you realize he's that low and just like weak fair, and then just like you can either trade with the up B, which is the best thing to do here because if you trade, then there's no chance of you getting shine spike essentially because you're just going to be all the way back up here and then you're just going to grab ledge and he's going to respawn. If that makes sense. What were you about to say?
I was gonna say if it trades, you're up and he's down.
Yeah.
Or like it sends you up, so.
Yeah, for sure. Like this fair is pretty like, I don't know, it's not that bad. It's like not that bad in moderation, but it's like kind of bad because if like the fox is really good, he'll just wall tech side B and then he's on stage and you're just like you're here and like you could potentially get shine spike if he has like an edge cancel or something and like and you like just don't do like a perfect like jump to ledge or something. Like you could just die in these type of scenarios, or you're just cornered again and like he's at what 66 and then you're at 84 and like there's nothing that's like gonna be really huge for you getting back to stage, and then like you could just die to a really bad DI in a back here, or you could die to an up air, up smash, something like that. But so like I don't think that fair is good. If you're gonna do an option that's trying to hit that, if like you don't get the initial like drop zone in this scenario, you can just do like a drill. You can do a drill and that resets the edge guard. If you like do like a short hop drill from ledge, or if you stand on stage and then drill the corner, like rising drill with a short hop, then that should cover the up B if you like put out like time it well. And then you'll just reset the edge guard and you can just run out there and back air because there's just nothing you can do. He doesn't have a jump or anything. Alright, this percent, you like just, all you want to do right now is just make it so annoying for him to die. For him to try and like hit you, I mean. Like you should be like essentially dead to like anything good that he really does, but like he's gonna like try and go for these hard reads, like right here he's gonna eventually go out in there and try and upper you. Like that's just what's gonna happen in the matchup, or he's gonna try and go on the platform and then like try and like full hop back or your jumps up here. So this is good. I like this. Oh, that was a huge opportunity. You land like in his zone there, and like there's almost nothing he can do here to like instantly hit you. Like he could have like ran an up smash and maybe hit you, but I think he could have gotten out shield. So like in this spot, like you want to see what he does. Like this was definitely, I think, pretty reactable. You kind of just jump away for like no reason. Like this is something I think I saw like in other games, but like you basically got out of the scenario and you just didn't really realize it, if that makes sense. Like you kind of just like were like, oh, I'm still in disadvantage, let me go back into disadvantage, but you actually were fine now because he this really dumb grab. But you do the same exact thing and then the same scenario happens, but you go back into disadvantage. I think that's a big problem here. Like you shouldn't like go right back into the corner again, because you're just giving him more and more chances to realize that you're like, oh, you're gonna back here right here, you're gonna land right here. Oh, okay, I'm gonna target that zone next time. In general, like fighting out of the corner isn't that good. Like that backer wasn't that good because he could have just I don't think maybe yeah, he could have CC'd, maybe Sakurai angled, but in general he can just CC that and out smash you. So like that's what he's looking for, at least that's what he should be looking for. Like you just do a really dumb backer and you just he up smash you for sure. So in general, like fighting out of the corner is bad. So what I would do here is I would try and stall up here and then try and get him to commit to one of those up air reads, and then you can react to him like full hopping at you and then just fall under up air, or you can just fall under and just like shield and like you can like roll, or you can like wave dash out shield and you can catch him falling down. Sometimes he'll do like an up air here because he's like, oh, you're at 84%, let me up air you. But yeah, that's like pretty big. But next scenario. That was literally what happened. That was like what I was saying, but that was good. That jump was really good. Oh my god.
Oh, I know why I messed that up. I use Z for my aerials. That's just kind of how I do it.
Yeah.
So sometimes if I get stuck in my jump, or if I like I think there I actually accidentally jump canceled it because I kind of flip flop depending on the situation. Jumping with I think X, and then sometimes I'll just hold the stick up depending on what the situation is. So I think I JC'd there.
You actually like, it's funny because you hit this really good. This fair is really good. This isn't the best jump by him, but this fair was really good because you read his option. That's like what you need to do when edge guarding, especially this close at this percent. Like there's nothing you can do besides read. So you read him perfectly there. But you just jump back for some reason when you actually just had a kill. Like if you just kept going with the fair, you just faired him again, or like and did anything here. You could have like backered him or like nared. He was just dead because like he doesn't have a jump. He doesn't have anything. Like he was gone. So like when you edge guard Fox, sometimes you have to realize that like it's kind of like treating it like a combo almost. Like you had him here. He has no resources, especially when he has no jump. You could have just hit him again with a fair and he was dead. But you just do this jump back, which is fine. Like sometimes you're not sure if you can like get like a shine out or something. You might have been what you were scared of, like intuitively, but I don't know, not sure. Right here, you could have definitely done a like, you could have just drilled right here and just drilled the ledge, and I'm pretty sure you just cover him anyways. That angle was a little bit weird. You might have been able to get out of it, and obviously you just mess up the up air. That's fine. Okay, you get lucky with the pounds. Oh no, was that an intentional up smash, or do you think that was an up air?
I think it was also trying to be an up air, but okay. I don't know.
Yeah, I was just wondering. Okay, right here, you're kind of just like I was saying, like it is good to like kind of just like chill when you have the lead, especially on this stage, because like there's no reason to really approach Fox in a lot of scenarios. But like, let's see, this isn't really productive. Like just jumping like all the way up here, because like I said, full hop gives them like time to like run at you because you have no threats when you initially start your full hop. So he's like, oh, I can just start running at you, but he doesn't do that. He just starts lasering because I don't know, I think he just wants to hit you with a back or an up tilt, and that's what his game plan is. So he's like, I can't get an up smash or an up air, I'm just gonna get more percent. But like when he's doing this kind of laser, you could literally just like, instead of like doing these jumps, you could just be like, oh, I'm gonna wave lane off the back air, wave lane off the platform, I'm gonna back at you for doing these lasers. Or you can be like, oh, you're gonna laser, wave land, empty land, and then he has to choose an option to get out of this scenario because he's in the corner. So like essentially you're not really like, you can do this kind of stuff, but it's more about like sitting on the platform and waiting for like a right time to like go in, because like this isn't like really productive overall. And if you're gonna do these like really high jumps, you want to edge cancel your moves so you can still be on the platform and have mix-ups. Because like if you do like an edge cancel fair here, you're still threatening the fact that you could just like either land on the platform, like you use like a wave land on the platform after the edge cancel, or you can just be like, oh, I'm gonna just do a wave land fair, and then I'm gonna empty land here, and then he's just screwed because he's all the way in the corner. But or you could have done like a edge cancel drill or like an up air or anything. Like that's really important too, or just a wave land off the platform as well. But yeah, obviously this stuff comes up later. Like you talked about the camping game 3, but
I don't want to talk about that FD game.
I'm gonna talk about it if we don't get to it, but
yeah. Well, I mean, like I don't want to talk about. I think I sat on ledge for like 2 minutes, and I just wanted to see how far he would go, and he had no reason to stop.
Yeah. Okay, so somehow he just runs up and I'll smash your shield. You can actually just race that shield this if you didn't know that.
Yeah, I gotta start practicing. I was trying to get it last night. I got it a couple times.
Yeah. Okay, this was a little bit crazy to look at. Let's look at it again. Okay, so when you have invincibility, I like this, but if you're gonna do like a read on jump again, like I would just up air there. It kind of works sometimes with a backer, but he could have just held down and maybe gotten the ledge as well. You're kind of like hitting where he is, not like thinking about like what he's gonna do to escape you, if that makes sense. Like you literally just hit exactly where like his character was, and he's just like, oh, I'm gonna keep dashing. Like I think it's pretty good to like land sometimes, like when you're doing like coming back with invincibility, because like when you land, you can cover the dash in with a grab, you can cover like a jump with an up air, or you can like do like some other cheesy things, like you can pound or something, like pound like him standing still and try and get a tech chase that way. But like generally it's better to land, and then you can do like like you have like a read. You have like one true read in this scenario, and you kind of just like did nothing with it. Like you kind of just hit where he was, not where he was gonna be. This puff is a little bit too slow. Okay. Okay, yeah, the one thing, I finally see a grab, but another thing is you don't really grab that much, or you don't really like look for the grab. Like I didn't really see like any tomahawk attempts, and this is like, I think this is the only grab like I see you do that much. It's like mostly it's like, I think I was a shield grab, but yeah, you need to like look for grab, because when you do like a lot of like pounds, smash attacks and stuff like that, they're obviously really laggy, so the fox wants to shield it ultimately, so I would definitely be grabbing way harder. Okay, this was kind of just like, let's see this again. So you're in the air, you have like no resources here. So like when you have like no resources, like I mean like jumps, like you should definitely just be going to the platform here and then like resetting neutral or landing here. Landing here is fine too, but like he's just dashing again. Like he's just like, oh, I'm gonna just try and whip punish whatever he does here. Like this doesn't really, like this fair doesn't really make any sense, especially this percent too, because he's just gonna hold down, and then he's just gonna slide off the ledge, and then he's gonna ledge dash, and he'll be back on stage. So like, this is again like playing with the percents, but the last time he didn't really have to play this percent. When he's at like 84, you want to be like nairing and down airing a lot, because those moves will like, nair sets you up for a knockdown, which is really good, because a lot of the times they won't be able to really get like slide offs the ledge necessarily. And you want to be, down air is really good because you do like 3 different things off down air. You can do down air forward smash if you've never seen that before. It works at like 105-ish, I think. And then you can do like down air to rest, which is a little bit cheesy, but it works. And then you can do, the main one is down air grab. Obviously, I'm pretty sure you've seen that one. But yeah, like you definitely want to be, you can do cross up down airs on his shield. That's the main way to get a down air. And then you can kind of do like 50-50s with down air, where you can do like, I'm going to down air your shield, I'm going to cross it up. And then he starts like, oh, I'm just going to like light shield or something. And you can just be like, oh, I'm going to tomahawk grab. So yeah, this percent, I wouldn't really be looking for these fairs, because this is what Fox wants. He wants you to do these kinds of fairs to like try and catch jumps, or trying to catch like a dash in, because you do this fair to try and catch dash, but he's just still dashing back. Like, you just need to like look at where the fox is like at all times, be like, oh, he's like dashing back, oh, I need to take space on him. Or he's like, oh, he's lasering, let's take space. He's dashing in, that means I need to be like, yeah, I can wait dash back, try and catch a nair, and be holding down, so I'm gonna be CCing like a nair or something like that. Or I can be like, oh, he's gonna like full hop out of the corner, I can just do it for a full hop up air read. Or like he's gonna dash out of the corner, I can grab. It's like you always need to like look at where the character is, because I feel like you just, some of these spots where you do these like fairs and back airs, it doesn't really look like you're being cognizant of where he is, because then you get in that bad situation where you had to roll because you were just screwed. So you just had to like get out of there. Again, that was like literally the exact same scenario. He's like all the way across the stage, and you just did like these like approaching forward airs that just like doesn't really catch anything, because he's not dashing at you, he's just waiting for you to do the mix up. So yeah, you can either, when you're that far away, you can do a full hop, and then you can do an empty land, which is fine because you have so much space. That's why full hop is fine in some spots. But like, because when you have the space to do it, it's good, because you're able to catch like jumps really easily when you do that, obviously. And then you can like, at the bottom of your like full hop, you can start like back airing and stuff again, or grabbing when you land. So like, you could have done a empty land full hop, and then he would have had to like force to react to you, and he could have just like tried to dash in. But since you have, let's say you land like here and he tries to start dashing at you, you can just grab him dashing. Like you can just shield grab, like, or if you want to just like empty land, you don't even have to shield, you can just grab straight up. Or you could have like forward smash or something. I don't think forward smash is that good, but like you could have done it. Or you could just been like, oh, I'm just do safe back air, but that's fine too. But essentially it's like, yeah, when you do a full hop, you have to be like, do I have enough space to do it? And is it like that good to do a full hop aerial, or is it really good to do a full hop empty land? But in general, I think playing the platforms is really important, and then doing a lot of short hop game when you're on the ground. I'm being slow. I'm being slow in this game, but I'm just talking about a bunch of different things because I feel like it comes up a lot. Okay, got a shield grab. Okay, that was like the second or third time you like kind of messed up like tech chase here. When you're at like when you have a grounded tech chase like this, like I think the back throw was fine. It kind of worked out because he didn't do the correct DI. I think he thought he was gonna miss. Not really sure like what your thought process here was because you can't really like forward smash this. Like I don't know if you thought you were late on like trying to rest or like something, and you were just like I'm gonna forward smash because I think that's gonna work. Like forward smash doesn't like work in this spot. Like you could have like sat there and forward smash in place if you think he's gonna roll in. Or like I think the best option on a like grounded tech chase is to grab because it's one a lot more consistent than the other options like rest or like forward smash are gonna hold down sometimes. So like I would definitely just like look for the grab on the tech chase because like this was a in a reactable spot and you kind of just went for forward smash here because you just don't really grab a lot. Caught him slipping though. Yeah, that was like what I was talking about with like the percents. Like you kind of just like went for an up smash there, and like yeah, it would just like be way better if it was like a narrow down there. Okay. Go back. Yeah, this is just like again like if you just like weren't doing this forward area here, it would be like good. Because he should have just been holding down here, and then he'd just be able to get a free like up smash. And he just he was obviously or like a grab or something. Like up smash would have been pretty good. And then he could have tried to shark you. Then you're just like sad because you're like, I just went for 12% when I should just be doing at this percent. You should be doing really safe like space moves like you do like Waveland or the shield drop mix-ups, and then you can try and do space moves like back air is the main one. Like auto cancel back air is really good, like off a short hop. And then like you could do if he's dashing away, you can take space, and then like or you can do like a really like overshoot back air, which is fine too. Okay. I think you actually just tried to do what I was talking about. You notice that like he's not really that good at like reacting on a shield essentially. Like that's happened a few times. Oh, you actually just tried to shield grab his landing. Yeah, it doesn't really work. It's like, it's just like so slow here. Like it doesn't really work that much. Like, it's pretty hard to just shield grab like a jump like this. Like you have to really like notice like when you shield grab, it's like you had to have created like a situation where the shield grab works and not really like just shield grab nothing. If that makes sense. Like you can't shield grab like him just doing a bad option. Cause like. I'm not really sure what you were thinking here. I think you might have been thinking like I was gonna do a downer or an up air that I can shield grab. You can't really shield grab up air if it's well spaced, but yeah, it didn't really work out obviously. Yeah, like this like zone doesn't really like right here, like okay, this is what I was talking about. Like he's all the way across the stage. Like these backers just don't make any really sense. Like they don't really cover like anything here because he just sees you all the way in the sky. So he's like, I'm gonna dash in. He does this really dumb shield, which doesn't really make that much sense. And he just does like this really bad option. But like he's understanding the right things, but like he's not punishing you for it. So like. You just get away with it for sure, but like these kinds of like approaches don't really make sense. Like if you were like on the platform, you could have actually like threatened something real here, and not just like he could just take space on you, which he did, but he just didn't really punish you. Like again, it's like a lot of the same neutral. Oh, nice, you get the grab that time. Oh, why didn't you go for the wrist? Yeah, there is like no reason to not the wrist there, especially when you're down. Like I think you just have to like click it and then like hope that you win the next stock. Like going for up air there like doesn't really make a lot of sense. Like when you get to like 70-ish, you never really want to up air Fox because like it's really hard to shark him like coming down sometimes because like you have to really get a right read, and it can be pretty hard to do that. So I would have definitely just transferred it to a back air. Like if you did the first up air and then do the second one, just back aired instead, you could have maybe killed him. But that's still like a maybe. Like he probably just had like the ability to live. But yeah, it's like the same thing. Like it's a lot of like that's what Puff is, a lot of like repeated stuff. So a lot of stuff is gonna come up again and over again. But if you have any questions at any time, I've just realized I've been talking the whole time, but I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I've been taking a lot of notes.
Okay. Obviously, that's just gonna happen. Like you just got put down in a bad spot because you weren't playing like the percent right, and then you just got killed for free. You pull
stages, because I do you think that banning FD over Yoshi, which is the better ban for like a best of 3? Because in a best of 5, it doesn't necessarily matter because you're probably gonna go to one of the. You're gonna go to one of them eventually. So would FD be the better ban in this, or would it be Yoshi's?
Yeah, in order of bans, I think FD is the worst stage in the matchup, and then Pokemon is the second worst for sure. So yeah, it depends on the Fox. Sometimes the Fox is really good on Yoshi's, like Mango is like really good on that stage in this matchup, but he's like not as good on FD as Stadium. But it definitely should be FD and then Stadium banned generally, unless you know have a good read on the Fox. I actually did like this opener by you. This was pretty good. You do this backer and then you try and do something here, but you kind of see this fair, which is like nonsensical, but it's like okay because you like did a really good like opener. And now he's at 12%, and then you know, like I was saying, you can do pounds now, or you can try and do like empty lane grabs, which is really important too. Yeah, it's like a lot of like when you full hop, you do a lot of double aerials. Like you do the first aerial really fast, and then you fall with the second one. Like you can obviously just like not fall with the second one, and then just like go for something else, like just empty land. You can do wave dash back, do shield, do spot dodge, like roll. There's a bunch of different options you can do. But okay, yeah, this just doesn't really make sense to forward smash at this percent. I think I said that earlier, but yeah, I'll just grab there all the time. That was what I was talking about with like the short hop pound being kind of cheese. Like he just like caught it really easily. It's like it's fine to do that like once or twice in a set to figure out if the Fox can beat it. If they can, then you should just like stop doing it and only go for pounds off like the wavelands and the shield drops. When he's camping the platforms like this, not really necessarily camping, but he's approaching from them, like this is like a good angle to be at because he can't really hit you. Like this in this spot, there's no threat like he's doing. You're obviously in the corner, which is not great, which is what I'm saying. Like fighting out of the corner is hard, but like it's kind of just like you both are doing nothing right now, and like this backer doesn't really make sense. Like going for this backer read is like not great because let's say he did shield drop here and he just shield drop backered. At best, you're probably trading. Like you're never really raw beating him unless he does like shield drop into nothing. Like if he just does a raw shield drop and just like falls and like hits like right here with his shield drop, maybe. But he's always gonna be shield drop backering. Like he just shield drop backers you for doing that. But like that was another scenario where you like at the start of the game you did that like really good backer read on him going to top platform, and then you kept drifting with him. It's fine to drift back there for sure. You could have just drifted back and he wouldn't actually hit you with this backer. And you would just be back in the same scenario, but he would be here and you'd be like here-ish if you just drifted back or drifted in place or something. But yeah, essentially you do not need to fight him in that spot when you're here and he's here because there's nothing going on. Like you're fine. Like you can just wait for him to try and jump to the platform, and you can try and like do like a really good up air to try and hit that. Because that's up air is fine to hit out of the corner. It's not the best like to be hitting him in the corner. You could just reset to neutral and try and like waveland off the back of this platform and try and get him to like jump at you, and then you have like a pretty good position because you're like off. You're gonna be like right here-ish when he's like here, and then you can be like, I can threaten you pretty hard. I can try and get an up air, or I can try and like read you going to center with like a pound or something. Like there's a lot more situations that could be that good there. Okay, let's see it. Nice, that was really, really good. But like you kind of just like, again, that's like the same thing with like comboing it. Like you didn't really combo this here. You got this really good backer and you're like, nice. What am I gonna do? Go back to stage. What? Yeah, he just like didn't need to go back to stage here. He could have just kept drifting with him because he was just dead. Like, in this spot. Yeah, he was just. Okay, so a little bit of Neko. I think it's fine though. But yeah, he just gets back for free because you just like didn't combo it. Again, that was like a pound earlier. Fighting from the corner. Okay, nice shield grab. Oh my god, that scared me. I thought you were just gonna die. Okay, that wasn't the worst fair because it kind of covered you landing, but the grab after it was not that great because he already shown that he was able to get out of fair grab, which is again cheese. Like, I think it's fine to go for like a fair grab and see if they like get out of it, but he saw they could get out of it, so you just can't go for it again. Okay, he just sucks at hitting the up smash, but you should have been dead for sure. Okay, you do the same kind of thing where you just like you back her like at the platform heights and then you drift to center, or you back her at the platform heights and you land right here. It's kind of the same two things that you keep doing, but yeah, he hasn't punished him yet. Like, obviously you can wave land off the platform, you can edge cancel here, and then you can just like escape. You can double jump again if you really want after the edge cancel, and like try and hit him for trying to hit you. But like he's just shielding here. Like, he's like scared of you really hard for some reason. Like, he's not at a percent where like it's really dangerous. Like right now, like he can get up aired or pounded right now. Like, that's good, but like I don't know. He's just like really scared. Like, he just does his dash back for some reason, even though he was like in advantage. And he's like just shielding. He's just so scared. You see this back air, he's like, I'm gonna take some space, and he's gonna shield again, which doesn't really make sense on his part. Like, obviously, again, he could have just hit you for this, but like he's just so scared of you here. When you notice someone's scared, they're gonna shield a lot, and you should just be definitely going for clicking, like landing here instead of back airing and just clicking the grab button, and you will get a kill like almost every time in these spots until they start respecting that you're gonna grab. Like, the baseline, like you were doing the baseline where like you do the fairs and the back airs, but you don't click the grab. If you click the grab right here, he's just dead. But you keep like kind of just like backing off. That's like, it's like fine to play the patient style sometimes, but it's not that great. Okay. Yeah, I was just fighting out of the corner. Let me check my notes really quick, see if there's anything else I want to talk about. Okay. Okay, again with the fair, let's see. You could have forward smash, but dash X fine too. Doesn't really matter. Should be dead. Oh no. I thought he was dead. That sucks. When Fox does a really like a drill on you in the air, you can actually just get out of it and just hold on. You see how you're like, if you held down here, you actually just actionable right now. Like, you do this shield because you think you're gonna get hit, but you could have just literally just like SDI'd and just like turn around grabbed here. Like, if you just turned around grabbed instead of shield, he could have just died. You could have also just held down to and just crouch cancel this up tilt, and then he just dies again because he was just like, you crouch cancel grab, forward throw, he's just dead. So like when you do, they do a drill that hits you in the air, you can just grab out of it and they're just dead. That just works out, but that wasn't that great. Like, it did work, but generally when they do like a falling up air like that, you just want to get out of the way because it's like really scary to try and challenge it. And you can't really wave dash out a shield to get out of the way. You have to roll out of up airs generally. And then you can try and like punish their landing. Sometimes you can either like, if they don't shield, you can just backer them, or like, and if they do shield, you can just grab. Okay, you have the lead. Everything's good. Yeah, there's like no reason to do this like, oh my god, it's weird. Okay, there's like no reason to do this like, this fair and do an up air here. Again, he's just like dashing away on your full hop, and you just like wait, ready to like quick punish, but this up air doesn't make sense because he's at 6%, and like I said, the only thing that's knocking down here is pound. So this doesn't really make sense. You're just only gonna get crouch canceled ideally, but Fox isn't really punishing you that hard for this. Okay, nothing's happening. Again, he could have just crouch canceled you, okay, but it's fine. Okay, that worked out. That was good. Rest. Why didn't you rest? Oh no. Yeah, anytime you have an up the rest, literally just take it, because like there's like no reason not to in this game.
It must have just been like I was nervous, or I had the lead and I was like, oh, what if I mess up? Because I was using Clippy earlier because I'm trying to compile clips just for a video, and I had to shuffle through so many up throw rests. I think I was really just nervous.
Yeah, there's like if you're like nervous on messing it or whatever, you can just like literally just grind it, and like that's really important. Like you don't get that many grabs in the set, but when you do, you just did not click up the rest, which is just like so sad because that's like the only thing that's really good in this matchup. Ooh. You're not really like positioning yourself well when Fox is on the ledge. Like generally there's like two things you can do. You can either like be like over here kind of to try and like be out of the ledge dash nair range, but when you're over here, then you miss out the opportunity to hit his tournament winners with like a full hop backer. So it's kind of like a trade-off. You can like generally you want to be like kind of, I feel like betting being over here is better because you want to be like ready for the better option, like ledge dash nair. Then you want to be ready for the worst option, which is tournament winner. Sometimes you can just be like, he's gonna tournament winner, so I'm gonna sit like right here or something and just try and full up accurate. Again, it's just like risk reward. Again, it's just like you don't really need to go for those like smash attacks at that percent. You're like, oh, you're sitting right in front of him. You could just click grab, or you could just like be like, oh, I'm gonna cross up your shield with down air and get down air grab, or down air like forward smash or something. Yeah, it's like you're not really actively looking to hit him here. You're kind of just like sitting in place, if that makes sense. It's not even necessarily camping, like, cause like you're like trying to expect things to happen, but like he doesn't really want to have anything happen right now. He's scared. He's at 107. He's trying to like hope you do one of your like fair approaches, like fair, and then he's hoping to whip punish you. That's his whole goal right now. But you're like not really actively looking like what he's doing. Like he's just dashing back. Like you could just be like, oh, if he's dashing back, I'm just gonna land right here, and then he's like, oh shit. He could just grab me if I dash in. He could just up air me if I jump the platform. Like you're not threatening anything, and neither is he. So like I think in this spot when he's cornered, that's like the best situation for you overall. Okay. Yeah, just another whiff punish. Nice, that was good. Okay. Nothing, yeah, again, like, you're not really, like, threatening any mix-ups. That's the problem when you do these kinds of back airs. It's like, there's no edge cancels, there's no, like, shield drops, there's wavelands, nothing. It's like, he's not scared of you at any point in, like, any of these scenarios. It's just the problem. Like, he's free to nair there. If you just, like, in that scenario, it's a little bit hard to get like an edge cancel or like a waveland, but you might have been able to. It was pretty close. You could have just drifted a little bit farther and then just whip punished the nair. But generally, the reason why you got screwed there is because you were full hopping above the platform. He was like, oh, I'm just gonna hit you. And you do the pound again. Okay. He's punishing it this time. I don't even know what that was, but that's okay. You still have the lead, so again, at this percent, you're looking for the up air generally, because backer isn't knocked down yet. Yeah, like you're just not doing anything right there, but he does this really bad grab and he doesn't get killed for it. Yeah. Okay, he's on the ledge. You know he's not going to ledge dash, so that worked, but he could definitely. If he was better, he could have just ledge dash, shielded, grab up throw up air, might have died with more percent. We can look at the last game too. Obviously, there's not that much in this game because we both know what happened in this game. We both saw it.
Yeah.
But gets a pound. FD, this game, like you have to have the short hop game plan on FD, the most important stage, because there's no platforms. So full hopping is like even worse than FD because there's like no mix-ups. Like you can't like full hop and then like wave land off the platform. You can't like full hop, double jump, wave land off the platform, and then like do a backer. That just doesn't happen on FD. There's no mix up on full hop. So like you're just like these full hops don't really make sense because you can just run under and just up tilt you, and then you're just like you have like almost no jumps, and you're gonna up tilt, back air, nair, and you're just like you could be at 50. Yeah, you're full drifting a lot right now. Okay. Okay. Oh my god, I missed stitches again. No. Okay. So like landing in this spot, when you have to think about where Fox is when you want to land. Like he's all the way up here doing lasers for some reason, and you're like all the way up here. So you have a lot of time to think about where you're gonna land. And like there's like two options. You can land like on the ledge, which is really good on FD because there's no platforms obviously. And there's no mix-ups to wave land off the platform. So like landing like right here is pretty bad generally, or like right over there, where you do land. When you do these kinds of like full hops, Fox is literally just following you because you're just like, oh, he's gonna keep double jumping all the way over here, and you're not showing the fact that you can drift this way and go back. Like it's generally pretty bad to go all the way over here because your jumps get lower and lower, like every time you jump. If you didn't know that, like you just
the first three are the big ones, and then after that they're short.
Yeah, so you're just getting shorter and shorter jumps, and you're just gonna be lower and lower to the ground and easier to hit. So yeah, I would definitely just gone to ledge, or you could have just like saw that he was running at you and just like done a really fast drift back, fast wall. And just like that. Again, just like percent thing. You're kind of just like throwing out forward smashes and up smashes that just like don't make sense comparatively. Like when he's at 60, like you're happy because your back air knocks down, and then you can try and get a tech chase off that. Or if you slide off to the ledge, then you have him on the ledge in the corner. And then you have mix-ups off that too, like I was talking about earlier. But yeah, you're pretty happy at this percent overall. You're not like too thrilled because you can't up the rest of them, but you're still happier than most percents. But like doing those forward smashes and stuff is like how you just lose the game really fast, because if he just like punishes one of them, you're dead. And if he gets hit by one of them, he could just like I said, you can just tech down and like op stick, or like just tech to ledge, and you're just like, oh, that just sucks. I went for a forward smash, my best option didn't work. It just sucks. So yeah, it's like all about like obviously they work because I don't know, he's just not that good at punishing out of shield, so it's been working out. But and then obviously we get to this point, like again, like this is really the same thing about like pretend like there's platforms here and this is Battlefield and like this is what the stage is and you're like floating up here. It's the exact same scenario, but you're just on the ledge on FD. It's the exact same thing. Like you're not like taking advantage of the fact that he's in the corner. Like he doesn't have control of the center right now. Like you can just like start trying to take control of the center and then push him into the corner, and then he's like, oh shit, I could die, I'm in the corner. But like,
and he has to do panic options.
Yeah, he has to do he has to do jump, roll, or shield, or dash. Like he has to do like 4 options essentially, and you can just cover all of them. Like not like you can't cover them all like easily, but you can threaten the fact that you can cover like any of the next ups if you want. At 0, like jump isn't obviously like a death because he's not dead to an upper. But yeah, like you're just giving him so much space in neutral is like the main thing. Like you can just take away from this. You're just giving him so much space in neutral, and then like you're just not click and grab, and like the risk reward is just like you have to like know like the grab is like the risk reward, like, and not like the forward smashes and up smashes. And like obviously L canceling stuff is like really important. Like having your tech skill like on point is like what you need, or you're just like missing like that many L cancels in the first game. I think it was like 43% success rate on L canceling is just like, especially when you're so aerial, it just doesn't work because like Fox wants you to be like full hop aerialing in a space that's really close to him so he can try and hit you for it. But we want to rest this game. Probably gonna be a lot of repeated situations again. That pound doesn't make sense. You should never pound before 4% when it knocks down, because you just pound and then he's like, oh, I don't even have to crouch cancel or anything. I'm just gonna up smash you out of it, and then he's just loving life. How do you die here? Okay, you do your thing where you do the fair and then you shield, and then he was ready for it this time. Just That's what I was saying about you can't really like wave dash. Same thing with jump. You can't like jump out of shield against a falling up bear. You just have to roll out of the way and then try and grab it. Like Hungrybox loses to falling up bear, but man goes so much because he wave dashed out of shield and he just gets punished or jumps. You just have to roll. There's like no reason to be shielding this much in this scenario. Like you do backer or shield, and like he's not shown the fact that he can actually punish you for this. So like, and then you just do shield and then you're backer, and then he just like hits you for that for free because you full hop again, and he just full hops over you. But you just land shield. You can just land crouch. Like that land crouch is really good because what is he gonna do right now? Actually threatens you. Grab is the only thing that's like gonna beat crouch right here or shine. But like you could just like tech off the shine and just roll away, and then he can't really punish you that well. So like if you just land crouch more instead of land shield at low percent, you can just crouch cancel the backers and nairs, and you just get free stocks off grab. Or up tilts too. Oh dude, if that was a grab, can you imagine if that was a grab? You're just dead. Like look at this. You actually, let's see what you do here. You do full hop, instant aerial, which is what you mainly do. But you actually right here, you're so far away from him that like you actually had time to do this full hop and like be actionable, which is the exact scenario I was talking about. Like imagine right here, you empty land instead of this pound, you can grab him. He's just dead because he expects the double aerial. Like, yeah. Like you had so, like the reason why that full hop worked is because you had space. Like that's why the full hop's fine. Another pound back to stage. Okay, that worked out. That fair was fine because you covered his jump. Okay, he punishes the pound finally. Feels like that was a while ago. Yeah, this doesn't really make sense. Again, I would just... Ooh, that worked. Okay. Get him. Oh, why'd you fair? Right here, when you miss this forward, you can just, you can pound.
I think in this scenario, because I wanted the reverse hit.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's pretty hard to get a reverse hit here. I don't think it's like really feasible. Like maybe you can get like a weak reverse backer into a weak reverse fair into a backer, but that's just I don't think you're getting strong hit reverse fair here like at all. Yeah, I would definitely just pound or up air here, and then you could just probably kill him. Pound sends him so far off stage and he's just dead usually. You could maybe have just landed with him and then done a grab here instead of this fair. You kill him that way maybe, but I don't know. It was weird. When he does, I don't know if you tried to reverse that. It didn't really look like you were setting up for a reverse hitbox, but you can just...
That one was probably just to hit him. I should have pounded there.
Yeah, you can pound here. You can also drill grab or drill forward smash. Like drill forward smash probably works this percent. Yeah, I would just drill here personally, but you can pound too. But pound's a little bit more annoying because you have to reset again. Okay, this is like the same thing. You had no... Okay. Right here, like right here, you full hopped and he hasn't done anything yet. He still didn't do anything, but let's assume he started dashing here. If he just full hopped and then just landed right here and then he's starting to dash at you and just grabbed, or if you think he's gonna be able to up smash you, you can just land and shield and you just like you shield the up smash, let's assume. Like you just get a stock. Like essentially like but you do this backer here and he's like, I'm just gonna dash back. And then he's like, in the corner, right here, you're like happy, like, oh, he's in the corner. I can actually just start like doing a short hop, and then I can do a short hop, and I can threaten backer because he's standing still. Or I can do, at this percent, it's not that good to up air off the full hop, but you can just do full hop back air and just read his jump. Or you can like just sit here for a second and do like an empty, like a short hop in place, empty land, and then wait for him to like dash out, and you can just grab, turn around, grab, and like there's a bunch of different things that you can do here. He does the jump, but you just roll away, giving him the entire stage. That might have been a mess up, but either way, it was like the prime example of like a perfect scenario for you. All right, nice. Okay, there's so much stage, but you see these double fairs, so it didn't work out. Again, pounding at 0. Okay. Ooh, I like that short hop pound, because you've shown that once, and it kind of didn't work, but it also didn't like kill you. So, you could have definitely just jab reset. That wasn't way too much time for you. Oh man, you actually had an edge guard. Your pound did work this time. Somehow it traded off like the graces of God. But you're like, okay, now I have a kill set up here. It's a little bit spooky to try and like hit him with a backer here, like just to fall with him and backer. It's a little bit hard, I think, with timing. You might have been able to. Yeah, it was a little bit close if you just fell with him and backered. But ideally here, you can either like land on stage and then like drill the edge again, or you could have just like stayed like right here and just pounded like right here, like this spot, and then he has to either wall tech side B. If he hits the wall tech side B, then like you should stop pounding the spot and just only go for the drill, or you could have grabbed ledge and drilled. Like I think it was a little bit too hard to get a fair back air here though. Okay. But yeah, against like better players, you really need to respect the ledge harder. But this Fox missed up the ledge dash like every time, so that's like fine. Oh my god, again! Imagine the grab. He's just so scared of you like every time because he knows like double aerial is like what he really like to do. So he's like, oh, you're all the way up there. He's gonna be like, oh, you're gonna land right here. You're gonna like fastball and then backer. That's what he was thinking. But like you have so much time. Like you just see him chilling for so long here. You could just be like, oh, grab. But you just forward smash here, and he just like, he realized he gave you way too much time. Then you just full hop out of shield, and then you're just gonna die probably. Oh no, you actually live. Again, if you just went out there and just hit him, like, so let's see how much time. You should not go to ledge in this spot. You should just be sitting here on stage, and then just you could full hop. Usually facing towards him is better. Like if you full hop and face towards him, you can try and like cover any side B heights, and then you could be ready to like turn around back or the up B if you notice the up B's. But he up B's like all the way up here. If you just full hopped right here, and you could have just like double jumped and just back aired, and he was just dead. But like you just sit here on. What are you about to say?
I was messing with my mic. My stuff headset was coming unplugged.
Oh, okay. But yeah, you're just giving him. He's just like dash dancing, waiting for you to do a double aerial approach again. Yeah, it's just fighting out of the corner. That was just like never gonna really work for you. Again, like nair or drill at this percent works out. I mean, you can definitely still win this game. It's like should be over, but obviously it's Puff, so it doesn't really matter. Like at this position, I'd be really just looking for like, I'd be shielding a lot. I'd be like way dash out of shielding and like trying to get like a pretty cheeky grab. Or I would just like try and like do like baits where I'd like full hop like you would do. I'd full hop towards him and like land in place and try and like grab his dash or something like that. Or I'd like empty land and try and take a little bit of space and then like see what he does. And if he just keeps letting me take space, I'll just back air, like him just standing still. And then I'll just like keep trying to approach him and get him into the corner, ideally. But like you're just doing nothing here. You're kind of just like letting him like do what he wants. Like he's just lasering, which it doesn't really matter. And then you see this stuff fair, and then he's like, oh, I'm gonna kill you. And you're like, oh my god, you actually like kill. Well, you have a potential kill. Pretty sure this pound could hit. Yeah. I think you were too slow on the initial, and you obviously you accidentally hit a downward input there, so the pound didn't hit. But I think if you were faster, that pound hits. It was close though. But that was a good jump read. But again, if you're gonna jump read, you should just upper.
Okay, yep.
Okay, and then this spot, you're just waiting to die, and you keep rolling. Again, that was a scenario where you keep putting yourself back in disadvantage, but you actually could have just rolled in and gotten out of there. And like he hasn't like really covered like you rolling away, so it's like fine technically, but it's not like productive. Now you just kind of just like hope T like ran into your shield grab. That's like fine to do, but yeah. Do you have any like questions?
What is Battlefield neutral starter stage?
Yeah, Battlefield I found
fine for both. So FOD is also just a neutral stage.
Yeah, it's like technically like Fox probably wins on FOD, but like it's better than the other stages like Yoshi's FD Stadium.
Makes sense.
So yeah, you want to be striking if it's a stadium starter, you want to strike stadium and Yoshi's. If it's FD starter, then you want to strike FD and Yoshi's.
I think he banned Battlefield like the jump my first, because I was banning first in the set. I think my first ban was probably Yoshi's. And then he banned Battlefield, and I want to say OD. No, he actually left Dreamland open, but I've played this Fox before in friendlies, and the kind of way that he was approaching, he wasn't approaching at all. Like when we played our one game on like Dreamland in friendlies, it was not fun. It was like it was almost a time in friendlies, and I was like, I never want to go here again against you.
Yeah.
He knew that because he's a player from my like area, but this was just like obviously an online set.
Yeah.
He kind of knows that when he starts like playing a little less aggressive or more campy, I was a little tilted about it. So he left Dreamland open intentionally, and I was like, I don't want to go there, so I just chose Pokemon.
Okay. Do you have anything else? I'm just looking at my notes. I think I covered everything I wanted to cover.
No, I think I had everything I needed. I took a bunch of notes, and obviously I'm gonna start practicing some stuff in Uncle Punch just for
that's pretty important. Like you can also watch like at least the audio will be good for my lesson I did today, and it's a lot of solo practice stuff, which should be pretty helpful because like that's really important to have like down. If you don't have like the solo practice stuff, then you're just gonna not be doing that great. But yeah, that was good. If you have nothing else, then I'll see you. Thanks for the lesson. It's fun.
Thank you. Good lesson.